wheelie. All right. What a lovely day to review a bike on. Not. Really can't see shit, can you? A little fog. Morning, a foggy one at that. So I'm going to test ride a 2016 Speed Triple. I feel like I'm well placed to test ride one because I ride this thing every day, and yeah, for those of you who don't follow me and maybe just watching this video, this is a 2012 Speed Triple R. Yeah, so let's see how it goes, I guess. And as if by magic, ta-da! I'm a little bit excited. So apparently this has got 140 horsepower, loads of engine changes, over 100 engine changes. It's the same chassis, different seat, different seating position, only slightly though. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that it's very slight. But one of the main things that everybody's raving about at this particular point in time is that it's got a fly-by-wire throttle, which is pretty much a first for Triumph, and all these different modes, as you can probably see flicking through the dials as we speak. So sport, I've had it in sport all this time, and definitely has some poke. It's very smooth, very smooth. Like, it's, I don't think I've ridden anything smoother that revs like that. So I think one of my favourite things about Speed Triples in general are they're just such a fantastic all-rounder. They will literally take you to work, be your little weekend track slag. Just, you know, it could be a tourer. They can just do it all, and they do it all with ease. And I think that's got to be, you know, one of the biggest appeals about Speed Triples and just naked sports in general. And you know, I've only been on this thing 10 minutes, and I can tell you it just wouldn't disappoint anyone. However, I feel every time I boot it in second, there's either a flat spot or something to do with this rider mode's interfering. So I'm gonna have a little go at track, I think, and see what that can do. Give me track then. No, not rider, you piece of shit. What you doing? Track. Oh, go on then. Oh, come on it. Oh, what's it? Why haven't it let me do it? It's gone to rider. I don't want rider, I want track mode, mate. Come on. Are you going to let me have it? Track rider. No, just track. So I don't know what this thing's doing. Well, she's definitely quicker. You really do notice that horsepower jump. She feels fantastic though. Let's see what some corners are like then. Oh man, what a machine. It's so smooth. So smooth. So smooth. This almost feels like the Daytona to give some shit, to be honest. This thing is just f***ing awesome. Just keep f***ing leaning it. So I've had a little bit of fun on her. You know, can't really think of a bad thing to say, if I'm completely honest. I mean, the most noticeable thing about this bike is just its styling. They've just gone for it a bit more with this, haven't they? I mean, see all of this head section, you know, just that whole arrangement. They've dropped it lower, they've made it look slightly more aggressive. The lights, there was always a love or hate split between the twin headlights, but now they've just got the shape right, they've got everything right, they've put it in the right place. You know, the carbon fibre hugger instead of these bits being carbon fibre, just the radiator covers, everything, the clock surrounds painted the same colour as the bike itself. It's just, you know, even, I mean, look at that. Look at the brake reservoir. It's just, yeah, they've just gone to town a little bit with how this bike looks and its curb appeal, and I think that's so important nowadays. You know, there's so many people out there that go and buy brand new motorbikes, and it's not because they know what they're doing on one. They just want to look cool. And even for the guys that do know what they're doing, it's not like they don't want to look cool either. So I've had a good play through all the rider mode settings now. You know, it's gonna be, it seems a massive pain in the arse initially. It does. Doesn't like really switching through them when you're riding, but at the same time they do make a difference. You know, range just dumbs down everything, just helps. You know, they're gonna do what they say on the tin. Track personally for me is slightly better. I felt like the traction control kept interfering when I was trying to give her a bit of a hard time, and you know, for me that's just a no-no. Just piss off, let me ride the bike. So corners tick, cruiser tick, speed in general tick. Yeah, just, I mean, this thing is relentless when you rip. I mean, let's go through it. So, I mean, straight away, rider position, perfect. You could do 1,000-mile sat like this and you'd be fine. The seat is so comfortable, so fucking comfortable. I've got a gel seat on my 2012 Speed, and this is 10 times nicer to sit on. Yeah, so in terms of the ergonomics of the bike, really comfortable. It's, yeah, just a great bike to sit on and just cruise around on. In terms of handling, again, it just tips into corners. It does tip into corners. Transitioning takes a bit more work than I probably thought it would, but no more than the Speed does already. But this is so odd because they've managed somehow to make this feel, for me especially, like I'm sitting on my bike, like an older Speed triple, but in the same breath, it's easier to chuck this thing around. I'm definitely lower to the ground. I can feel that more than anything. But I don't feel like I've changed my entire body position too much. It feels really natural and what I'm used to. What else is there to say? The Speed, you know, the way this thing delivers, you know, the punch to the ground is yeah, it's so smooth. It's so smooth. I almost worry a little bit that it lacks that bit of character from it, but you just can't deny how it's just so perfect. Everything's so perfect. It's so linear. It just comes, like, I just can't, unless you just get on one of these things. It does just feel really, really good. And it's relentless as well. This is definitely got a lot more punch than my one. I mean, granted, mine's probably lost a few horses in 3 years, but even then, I mean, you can feel the difference as a standard bike as well. Mine's standard with standard cans. I think potentially if I slung a low boy on mine, like a low boy exhaust or something, maybe I'd feel that weight gain and that, you know, that little bit of a freer air, you know, exhaust gas is getting out, and maybe give me that little bit more punch. But at the same time, you know, this is definitely a quicker bike, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, all in all, I love this thing. It is great. And if you're looking for a naked sport, I mean, I haven't ridden something like a Z1000, but from what I hear about them, just a handful, a mega handful. Fun, but a handful. And this thing, you can just exploit it. You can just really let it rip, and you know, you don't feel like you need more than what's here. And I think that's such an important thing nowadays. You know, all these bikes are coming out and they've got like stupid horsepower. You just can't use it. You cannot use it. And I'm not saying you can't use it because of the road and you beat the speed limit, whatever. No one buys a fucking bike to be, you know, lawfully abiding, do they? Or bikes like these anyway. But I mean, in terms of just, you know, first gear, you can't put power down in first gear on this bike with ripping your hand open. You just flip the bike. And second, the front wheel just lights coming up, but that's good. It comes up controllably. You know it's coming up. You know it's about to do everything that you can. This bike just talks to you through your arse. You can feel everything that's going on beneath you, and it's you know, just, yeah, well done, Triumph. I'll give you that. You've done pretty well. But more to the bigger question, would I chop one in from my 2012 Speed Triple R? No, I wouldn't. I just, I mean, there's a bit of a catch here, and I've banged on about this a couple of times, but the wheels on my the PVM forged alley wheels, they make such a dramatic difference to that bike that I test rode a standard Speed Triple R, and I didn't really like it. I thought, you know what, it's alright, it's just a great bike, it is great, but it's lacking that sparkle. This has that sparkle. And then I tried this 2012 one that I've got, and it had the PVM wheels, and I didn't know at the time that they did that, and I just thought they were a different wheel design. And I took up the road with genuinely no info, not knowing it. I wasn't tricking myself in my head, and I was flying up the road, and the front wheel's coming up, and the thing just drops into corners better and brakes better. And I just come back and I said to my most popular salesman, like, who, you know, why is this so different? He said it's got the alley forged wheels, but they stopped making them, and that makes such a difference to that bike. And maybe if I had a standard Speed Triple and I had some money floating around and I didn't care that much, I'd go and buy one of these. But as a transition from my one to this one, for me, not worth the money. I'd wait. But if you're looking for a naked sports, this is definitely your bike. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. Sure to leave a like. Apparently I meant to tell you to subscribe, and that way I'll get more YouTube followers, so make sure you subscribe. Laters.